Man yorin da Awonchege ayangba. Man zala ya wala grupi. Man ko izige. Kwa de ta man cho yaba kwa. Tete kwara de mapo kwata pa dinne.
Across Ghana and Africa, smallholder farmers face a significant challenge when it comes to access to the tools, access to resources, access to opportunities that are essential for sustainable agricultural growth.
Kwa zimbise, tidani kwara kwa ni sosi. Ten kwala bata hompo wanyata dia homo kantanya panga ta koka zui. Geo sempo wanyaka homo kantadi ke kadike nge jogo baka kokata da nyoron ka boko po kwa mu ti isi ko kwara te ko ni nusura te kanyati komba te kanyati trata kora te kanyati kombanchera te mopun ka mina mole dazia wuna ba wula da won ni gete makata zoge ba kola de ho inga musambo ana sese bai ti kara ka isi grizanga fusambo nyafi o kantari ki male yela ma ho nor diela fondi no koma kule inga te make mona ko.
For Awonchege and thousands like her, farming is more than a livelihood. It is survival. Without mechanized farm tools like tractors, she and other farmers like her spend weeks plowing the land by hand. Without a combined harvester, much of their harvest is lost before it can even be processed. Without fair market access, their crops sell for far less than they are worth, and the cycle continues. In Africa, 70% of labor forces in rural areas, and mostly this is in agriculture. Unfortunately, this contributes to less than 30% of the GDP. But it's also very interesting to see that 30% of the world food is actually produced on only 11% of land, but mostly with smallholder farmers. And this is why we really need to look at how do you support smallholder farmers? One, to earn a livelihood. Two, to really look at their resilience. What happens when they experience shocks such as drought and flooding? This is what we are really looking at. And the most important thing about food security is when it's done. So when you come and look at the case of Navrongo and where we are doing rice, it's basically what's happening in most of Africa.
Tidanu kone nisi, polingine nisi, yensele. Ura ampanga muku ngurindela tiya titidikini la kwala. Nihila yetu ko kwala ko peletu. Sira tira pa ninga la kudata dangu borati yetu ti ko mola ti yinyanga. Gezi yetu tatachin tadala. Te kanya ni ba tabadaranga. Ko hota ko. Dikini la ta webi yetu cha hu tapati wetu mola ko mbakandanga.
Wata dango bata na to kwa mata pakata ba behira. Tubanyete fusunu minga yera. Gete ba chin sukula cheke. Umina biya chin sukula ho de kema.
This is the reality of farming without access. Access to mechanization, access to inputs, and access to fair markets. Without these supports, the land cannot reach its full potential, and Awonchege and others like her will not benefit for what they truly deserve. Lack of access means missed opportunities, reduced yields, financial struggles, and stagnant growth in the agricultural sector.
FLEET together with FINCA-PEL are providing farmers in the communities of Ghani, Tampola, as well as Kapanya, the various tools that these farmers actually need to thrive. These tools ranges from combine services, tractor services, as well as fertilizer. And again, they come in to offer fair market to these farmers after they have actually come out from their farm produce.
Gelele twale ya wana ya wao putu batatrota siwa boto tisikora boroto baboto combine tukuchera boroto bakenta dalawa bakenta badani tidani ko mule wa base banendika yulo kenu ko wakato ominga ponka nya jugujugo
gelele titrata wana tinya suku ter puri boroto gana formula tidani dikki kolani dikki koral tikale korna ko tiya korna trata bambo to komba hawala ko puru tuti tinyata nga dazi
futu wa potu ma sekula de tuma ko twale tu pos ko fes de ko to ko tine mula ciala ta de ko komba na ko cebotuma de gelge datu mula botla.
We chose to partner with FLEET in two ways. So one of the things is that we had already started looking at creating a product that would allow for smallholder farmers to access inputs, mechanization and all that. And the reason why we did this is that what we have seen in the past and the failure of the system is because all these have been working in isolation. You will find one organization that provides the first bit, which is basically quality seeds and fertilizers, and that's it. You will find that you have an organization that is only doing the last bit, which is offtake. In trying to build a holistic product, what we really looked at is if you're going to work with smallholder farmers, first of them, you have to guarantee them market. Secondly, you guarantee that they will get the technical assistance that is needed, which is agro training. And lastly, you ensure that when they are getting this, they actually have the right quality seeds and the right input. And when we were looking at building this, Fluid fit all this. Fluid was already working on doing this with rice value chain. We were looking at rice value chain in the DRC. And so we said, why don't we partner with Fluid?
The results are clear. Farmers are growing more, earning more, and contributing to economic growth.
The impact goes beyond the farms. Smallholder farmers, especially women, are empowered. Poverty is reduced and local economies are stimulated.
Biya wa pa zan ho jilin zanga so lele bale ya wana komala kura school chine tikale namasana ba so lele ba poto lele tamake zage ke ntapotira ge bora ba farage ti winin puwe te songma to toninga te ba ke nta poto ti jonzu gangbala
gelele ku poti titi yanyala block deto geti to komata china fara ninga ganatu mami ngati ta tekizila gelele nga kupuru minga chikiyande la te komala titi mata bisabasena konkele bonebi ko kabata ti kora ti mola ge yila titi kanyanga dazia ti tandira watu bayinwo wie mola ge batala watu ti tarika yoto ko masku fit so poru jojo bom.
Awonchege is no longer just a farmer struggling against the odds. She is a farmer with a future, and she is not alone. This is what Access does: empowers farmers, transform lives, and fuel economies.
We invested in Fluid at the start of 2024. What drew us in was their clear understanding of the full picture. Farmers struggling to repay loans because they couldn't sell their harvests on time or at the right price, and rural banks bearing the brunt of this. Fluid's approach tackled both issues, combining access to market and finance. It's an ambitious model, and with that comes complexity. They've had to work through fragmented supply chains, rising demands from farmers, and financial pressures when crop prices dropped. But through it all, they've taken meaningful steps forward. They've expanded mechanization services so farmers could harvest and deliver faster, and they made their first export of rice to Senegal, which helped to reduce currency risk. There have been hurdles, but also real progress, and we're really excited to keep building with them.